Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our first episode of From the Stands, featuring Tommy Victor on all things sports, and me, Brady Ricky, your WWE analyst, taking you from the ring, beyond the ropes, and to the stands. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to our host, the host with the most, the man in charge, taking you from the field to the stands. Here is Tommy Victor.
Hi guys, thank you for tuning into our first podcast where I'm very excited to deliver the most quality that we can. I brought in one of the most experienced WWE watchers that I know, Brandon Fabricki, my good friend and roommate here at California University of Pennsylvania, and I'll let him get started. Take it away, Braden.
Well, Tommy, I compiled a list of the top 10 WWE stories of the week, in my opinion. But first, we're going to hit it off with Raw and SmackDown for the week. Raw featured a host of some good matches. We had probably the match of the night. Sami Zayn defeated Seth Rollins, and the winner would go to the Royal Rumble. A little bit of a screw job, if you ask me. Sami Zayn looked to be in trouble. Seth Rollins had him in the pedigree hold, and Triple H's music hit. No Triple H, just the music. And Sami Zayn picked up the win with a roll-up. We also had the U.S. title on the line when Roman Reigns defeated Chris Jericho via disqualification. Then we headed to SmackDown, and we had a Wyatt family reunion that resulted in a ring competition. We had Randy Orton defeat Luke Harper with some screw jobbedness with Bray Wyatt. We also had Mojo Rawley win a battle royal in order to get to the Royal Rumble. We also had Dean Ambrose defeat The Miz in an IC title lumberjack match. We also had 205 Live this week in NXT. We'll get to that in a little bit. Another talking point I have is WCPW, What Culture Pro Wrestling. Formerly, What Culture was just a internet-based YouTube videos that would happen a couple times a week. We have WTF moments from Raw and SmackDown. Now, it's resulted into a wrestling promotion, an actual promotion with stars, original stars such as Joe Hendry, Big Dama, who is now in the WWE. We also have original storylines like the Pacitti Club and BX. And we also have actual star power like Cody Rhodes and Bully Ray and Drew Galloway. Also, now, as I was compiling this list, Kenny Omega, former IWGP Junior Heavyweight and IC Champion, also a leader of the Bullet Club. Rumors were going around all week about him coming to WWE, possibly entering the Royal Rumble. And now, I would say at least an hour before we started the show, I got a alert on my phone that said, Kenny Omega not appearing in the Royal Rumble. He is re-signing with New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, folks, if you're betting on Kenny Omega to get in the Royal Rumble, I'd change your bet to Undertaker or Braun Strowman for that matter, because he ain't going to be in the Royal Rumble. Also, Tommy, I'm going to bring you in for this one. John Cena, the New Rock. I don't know if you've seen any of John Cena's movies like The Marine or anything like that. I know you've seen him on SNL.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Becoming the New Rock, going from WWE and in the ring to now becoming a movie star, and now on the Today Show and the morning shows and all that. We all know The Rock. He's multi-millionaire with all his movies. But yeah, John Cena becoming the New Rock. Do you think it's going to happen?
Yeah, I do. And the reason I say that is you look at people throughout sports and pretty much anything in the entertainment business in general. Your goal is to build more publicity.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And I feel that John Cena has started this momentum that will take him down the same exact path The Rock did. If you look back, The Rock at first was nowhere near the movie scene at all.
Yeah.
But as he had developed as a very, I'd say, a household name in wrestling, he was able to bridge his way into the movie and acting industry, which John Cena, I can't think of anybody else that's a household name right now other than John Cena.
Yeah.
And with his ability to act, along with his I think natural charm he gives to an audience, I think that, this may be Little Rock.
Yeah, we could see the next, not The Rock, maybe the Pebble. And also, Kurt Angle, Pittsburgh's own Kurt Angle, going from an amateur wrestler, 1996. He was in Atlanta and he won the gold medal for amateur wrestling. Then he debuted in the WWE in 2000. Went on to become, I believe it was, if I go back in my notes here, yes, a 4-time WWE champion, a total of, I think, 6-time world champion in just WWE. He's also performed in Japan and in TNA. But Pittsburgh's own Kurt Angle going into the WWE Hall of Fame. Your thoughts?
Very interesting. It's nice to see that. I mean, Pittsburgh representing. Obviously, they get some events at PPG Paint, but I feel that wrestling kind of bypasses the Pittsburgh area sometimes, just because they do draw the crowds, but it's not the same type of pool of fans that you receive in bigger markets, I should say.
Yeah.
And to have somebody represented such as Kurt Angle in the WWE Hall of Fame is truly something not only important to him, but in the bigger scheme, Pittsburgh entertainment.
Yeah, I would agree with you. On the topic of Hall of Fame, we have rumors going around rampantly throughout the wrestling world. Kurt Angle, we already know, going into the Hall of Fame, the headliner for the year. We've seen headliners like Sting, Randy Macho Man Savage, Stone Cold in 2009. 2008, we had the Nature Boy Ric Flair. But other names being talked about for the Hall of Fame, Ravishing Rick Rude would be posthumously inducted. Christian, part of Christian Edge, I see Edge probably inducting him. William Regal, now the NXT commissioner, and backstage, Regal is very prominent. IRS, Erwin R. Scheisser, also known as Mike Rotundo in other promotions, probably would be inducted by his sons, Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt. The Natural Disasters, the tag team for the year, would probably be inducted by Ted DiBiase, as they were both part of the $1 Million Corporation. That'd be Typhoon and Earthquake, also known as Fred Ottman and John Tenta. The women's inductee for the year, which I was surprised, I thought it'd be China, since she most recently just passed away, and also former member of D-Generation X, former women's champion. But also, the most recent name coming up is Beth Phoenix, the Glamazon, who she's won, I believe, at least three women's championships. I don't know about a Divas championship, but she retired, I believe, back in 2011. Now married to the Rated R superstar Edge, and probably one of my most favorite wrestlers to be well known in WCW and just get a little bit of WWE starlight is DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, who, as many know, has saved the lives. In my opinion, he has saved the lives of people like Jake the Snake Roberts, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, who battled with drug addiction and alcoholism, and now with the help of DDP Yoga, his company, and DDP Yoga, a yoga workout that demonstrates wrestling and yoga morphed together. DDP, well-deserved. And as we get away from the Hall of Fame, TakeOver, Royal Rumble this Sunday and Saturday, TakeOver. Sunday, the Royal Rumble. Let's go down the card. Main event, of course, the Royal Rumble matchup. A lot of names already announced for that match, including The Undertaker, Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Sami Zayn. We already talked about him winning back on Raw. Mojo Rawley won on SmackDown. We have the tag team champions, Cesaro and Sheamus. We have the Wyatt family members. We have people like the New Day are in it. I know of. As I said, The Undertaker. A lot of star power in this Royal Rumble. And let's just go down the card. We have the WWE title match, AJ Styles versus John Cena. The Universal title match, Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns, now a no disqualification match. And Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens' cohort buddy, I would say, he will be suspended above the ring in a shark cage to keep him away from the matchup. Raw Women's title match, Charlotte versus Bayley. The Cruiserweight title match, Rich Swann versus Neville. And on the pre-show, we have the Raw Tag title, Cesaro, as I call them, Sheamus and Cesaro, will take on the Club for the tag titles, and 2 referees will be assigned to the event. And a singles matchup, Sasha Banks versus the not like most girls women's wrestler Nia Jax, and a 6-man tag match, or 6-woman tag match, Natalya, Alexa Bliss, and the returning Mickie James in her first match back in WWE will face Nikki Bella, Becky Lynch, and Naomi. Also, you have the Royal Rumble matchup, of course. A lot of names already announced, 22 names already announced for the 30-man matchup, plus 8 more slots are still left. We have names going around like Ty Dillinger, the Perfect 10, Samoa Joe could possibly be in it, Kurt Angle, recent WWE inductee, Finn Balor could return, I've heard, Shelton Benjamin, DDP. I've also heard of men like the Revival from NXT. So a lot going on for the Royal Rumble, plus NXT TakeOver San Antonio, Shinsuke Nakamura facing Bobby Roode in the main event. We have NXT tag titles on the line when #DIY faces the Authors of Pain, Razor and Akam. And NXT women's title match defended in a fatal 4-way match. Asuka, Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, and Nikki Cross all vying for the title. Singles matchup, we have Ty Dillinger facing Eric Young with the Sanity at ringside. Andrade Cien Almas taking on Roderick Strong, and No Way Jose taking on Elias Sampson. And now we head to WrestleMania, and the predictions I have for WrestleMania include John Cena facing, in my opinion, a favorite to win the Rumble, Samoa Joe. We have the Universal title match, Roman Reigns facing possibly Finn Balor. I've also heard Braun Strowman. I believe it could be Finn Balor. We have some locked-in matches already. Lesnar versus Goldberg. Everybody knows about that matchup. Goldberg and Lesnar first faced at WrestleMania 20. Goldberg defeating Lesnar. Goldberg also defeated Lesnar at Survivor Series in Goldberg's return match in 1 minute and 25 seconds. Could we see Lesnar pull out the victory, or will Goldberg upset Lesnar once more? We also have Triple H facing Seth Rollins. We have The Big Show facing Shaquille O'Neal one-on-one. It's the 7-foot largest athlete in the world facing the 7'4", I think, Shaquille O'Neal.
I'm ready for that matchup. That's all I can say.
I am too. It's going to be a hot one in Orlando for WrestleMania 33. We also have undercard matches like the Club versing Soft for the Raw tag titles, SmackDown tag titles. I think American Alpha will defend against the Revival. I also, as everybody knows, IC title always on the line, a ladder match in recent years. If it is a ladder match, I see Ambrose defending the title, keeping it until WrestleMania, and facing Dolph Ziggler, Ty Dillinger, Baron Corbin, Kalisto, and a returning Eric Rowan. Also, the U.S. title would be on the line as Chris Jericho defends against his buddy, Kevin Owens. WWE has been teasing the breakup of those two. We'll see if it happens at WrestleMania. We also have Cruiserweight title match and a 6-pack challenge, I believe. We got to put those Cruiserweights somewhere in WrestleMania. And I believe Rich Swann, Neville, Cedric Alexander, my favorite to win that matchup, if it does happen. Brian Kendrick, Daivari, and TJ Perkins all would be in that matchup, in my opinion. I see the women's titles being defended in Fatal 4-Way competition. Bliss defending her title in a Fatal 4-Way against Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella, and Mickie James. As the Raw Women's title will be defended with Charlotte defending the championship against Nia Jax, Bayley, my favorite to win, and Sasha Banks. We also have a lot of undercard singles matchups, in my opinion. Of course, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I don't know the winner of that matchup. I don't know my favorite to win. A lot of names, of course, would be in the 30-man Battle Royal. We also have, in my opinion, a dream match for me. Luke Harper versus Bray Wyatt of the Wyatt family. 2 brothers, as I would say, facing each other one-on-one. Also, AJ Styles, rumored to face Randy Orton. And Undertaker facing Braun Strowman. And that is my WWE top 10 for the week. Or top, I think I hit 6 points. Good enough for me. My WWE analysis is done, Tommy. Take it away on all things sports.
Okay, so that's pretty much going to wrap it up for us today. If you guys have any questions for our analyst, please feel free to email us at FromTheStands2017@gmail.com. I hope you guys tune in. I'm hopefully going to come with another podcast pretty soon, looking at the PGA events that have transpired, the return of Tiger Woods, something that I think is great for the game, and I feel that Tiger Woods is back. I mean, rough start, but I'll get into that more in our next episode. So thank you for listening. Please tell your friends, and feel free to email us. That is FromTheStands2017@gmail.com. Thank you, and have a good evening.